I'm going to run through a pipe design example here. We've been given a job picked up from a field level 2 system. That green dot's the master bench. But anyway, that's our data. If you look at the data on, you can display the heights, and if you want to get an idea of what the job is, they're the heights, but that it's a bit hard to comprehend. You could figure it out if you had to, but best idea is to create a surface like a contoured surface. So we'll turn the heights off and go to contour, and we'll just go full model. That puts a triangulated surface over it. Just to see that, we can just click on the triangles here, and that's our triangulated surface. Now if you move your cursor around and you look towards the bottom right down here, if you look at that spot there, you'll see the height as we move around the screen. We can form some contours. Let's see the contour interval. Make it, I know it's a fairly flat job, so we'll make that. This is 1 metre and 0.1 metres. This is a metric job I'm using, but if you've got the job set in feet or survey feet, those values in there will be in feet. So form contours. So yes, again we put those contours on. Maybe turn the triangles off. So the water's, that's the high point of the job, and the water flows to the bottom. We've got another option to help you visualise it better with surface colours. So click on surface colours. You can set defaults there, shape by, or you can set those values if you like, and you can change colours to what you like. Let's click OK. Right, so that's still high to low. That may give you a better idea. Another option which is particularly handy is the, if you go on view, you can also look at water, how the water flows through there. So we can go, just click OK. They're tributaries that flow down. What you could do, we'll turn off the colour display. So turn the colours off. We've also got we can also display catchments. So in this case, you can see this. There's a catchment area in here. There's light green colour. There's a darker green colour in there with these two sub-catchments flow out there. And there's a bit that flows through there. I guess you get the idea. Now what we want to do now, we want to design the pipe network. Let's move that across to give us more space. Now, there's a number of ways of doing this. One way, you can put like a main down that area through there, the main maybe down through there, and you can put pipes that way. Then on this side you have another pipes running through there. Maybe do, whether you go and put another third lot there or extend that one out. What we're going to try is just put a main down the side and then put some laterals that run into it. I'll just simplify it for this example, but depending on the example, it's up to you as the designer to figure out what you want to do there. So click on pipes. We'll go insert a main. Now we always click the pipes in from the outlet upstream, so we'll just put the outlet down there, and we'll just run the main along the side of this job and just run them in. And once you're finished, just hit the enter key. If you don't like what you've done, you can hit the escape key. Now you can see there's a couple of colons there that just exclamation marks. That just shows that the like the design parameters aren't set yet. Alright, so we've got our main pipe in. So other option here, we could have put the main pipe down the centre there and ran them in that way. As I said, there's advantages and disadvantages for all this. The advantage of this way will probably minimise the number of pipes, but they're longer runs. I don't know what's best in practice. That's up to you guys. All right, so we're going to put a lateral in. We'll put one in across the middle first. So what we're going to do, insert. No, what we want to do with the laterals, we're going to try to have a minimum grade of 0.04%. So let's click on measure first. So we're going to start our run here, just somewhere on the screen. So just where that contour thing crosses it. So we're going to start here, and so I'm going to say we wanted 0.04. So about there, that area is at that angle to that lateral gives us a grade of 0.04. If we came across, it's flat, but we really want the ground to slope up a little bit to I believe to match the, or what we're going to do is try to match the slope of the pipe. So yeah, to about there. If you don't want to see this thing anymore, you can hit the escape key, or we can use it as a guide for putting in our first pipe. So click on pipes and insert lateral, and we'll start there. Left click and then move your mouse. We're just going to put in a single segment, then left click again. You know, you can keep reading out. All right, now hit the escape key to get. There's our pipe there, but we've still got the measurement thing still on the screen. So let's hit the escape key. That'll disappear. So there's our pipe. Now what we want to do, we want to run this. We're going to run this pipe up and down the job. So, and for that it's got to be selected. So left click on it to select it. And now click on copy, and that's upstream. We want to say, yeah, upstream, and we'll put the spacing in at 20 meters. And you can put any number here you want. If you put 1 or 2, it'll only put 1 or 2. And if you put, say, 50, it'll just stop at the end of the lateral. So just put a number bigger than the number you expect. Click OK. Okay, so we could have put 22 in, but it's run to the top. Now this pipe's still selected, so we'll run them to the bottom as well. So let's go pipes, copy, go downstream, spacing at 20. I don't know, as I said, put a number bigger than what we think you need. That'll run to there. That one will go off the screen. Now what you can see, we've got a gap in here. Now we want to run some pipes into there, maybe run another one to the bottom, across the bottom. What we're going to do, you see the escape key, and left click this one. Now come down here so we can see the grade. So what that shows, that's either for drainage or pipe. So if you left click on a pipe, you can see that's pipe 24. If we left click on that one, we've got pipe 25. Now I want to change this one to a sub, I'll call it a sub main. Okay, so we've got that as the sub main. Now we want to run some pipes into it, so they're going to be lateral. So again, insert a lateral, and again you run from the outlet of the lateral, and we'll just do this parallel, put us up there. Again, hit the enter key. Now again, select it, and we'll put a couple more in there. So we'll go copy, upstream, spacing 20, and 5. Okay, so you can see they've extended those up and that they've gone out past the job, but we'll show you how to fix that up later. what we want to do, we want to put another lateral in across the bottom here. So just go insert lateral. That'll just fill the bottom up. Enter. Alright, we're sort of getting towards our pipe layout the way we want. Now what we want to do, we want to trim some of these edges. They all extend to the edge. So hit the escape key, make sure nothing's selected. What we want to do now, we want to select all these pipes that we want to trim. So click on select. Now you can just draw through them. So it doesn't matter if you go through the sub mode, that doesn't get touched. So just and up there, then hit enter. Right, so all those points are now selected. You can see they're all dotted. Now we want to click on trim, and we just draw in there. We want to go up the job, across there, and across there. Again, hit enter to finish it. Now it gives you three options here. You can trim, you can extend, or you can trim and extend. Here we're all trimming. But if we had a short one in there, we could put trim and extend, and it would extend it out. We'll just say trim, go OK. Yeah, just have a quick check. It's what everything's set. Hit escape. So now we've got our pipe network. All right. So what do we want to do next? Okay, so we've got the plan view of our pipes. Now we want to do the vertical design. Now Easy Grade's got all the routines that do this, so we've got to set some appropriate constraints and things. Now under the pipes menu, if you look at defaults, I've got a little table here where you can fill in what you want, whether you want minimum depth, ideal depth, min grade, maximum grade for your mains, sub mains and laterals. Here we're saying we want the mains, we've got minimum depth of 300 mils. Again, if you're using imperial, that would be in inches. No, sorry, feet. This for the laterals, minimum grade, maximum grade. So that's okay. So what you can do, you can set individual, set a set of constraints, or you can set the whole thing. We'll just set everything. So now we've set all the constraints. What we can do now, if you go to recalculate all, click on that. Now it sets up it's a profile view at the top. It starts at pipe 0, and then it runs through the designs. The big black line at the top is your pipe in each run. Okay, so we're finished now. If you have a look at the screen, if you got any semicolons in a name, the pipes didn't fit. Now these have all fitted. So I was going to show you a little thing how to fix it if it didn't fit. But what you can, if you set one of these, say pipe 18, and if you look at that, say looking at pipe 18, assume we say something stupid, so we want the minimum depth to be 0.4 and that depth to be 0.4. No, that's impossible, so we'll just run it. Oh, it tells you there's no optimal solution. It actually doesn't change. Yeah, it's changed. So there's no solution on pipe 18. So yeah, that's what happens if there's something out. So if we go to set all constraints again, look at pipe 18. and just run it again. Yeah, if you ever want to, if the screen ever updates, just go into the screen and just hit the middle mouse button, just click it up and down, and it'll always redraw the screen. Right, so we've got the vertical designs done now. Now, if you know the all your pipe sizes you want to use and everything, you can stop now, and you could go to export. We can do an Esri, this is for the pipes. You can do an Esri shape, a Trimble XML, or a geologic PLN file. But in this case, we want to design the pipe size as well. At least get an idea of what the computer says, so we can compare it to what we think it should be. So for that, go back to the pipes menu. Now, for the routines to work, the easy grade needs to know the the catchment area for each pipe run. So just click on catchment, and it goes and does its thing. Right, so it's done its thing. And now, once you click on a pipe, it shows you that catchment area for that pipe. So they're laterals. See how they're. If we click on, say, this sub-main down here, it's picked up all that area. So all that's used in the calculation for your pipe diameters. So now click on calc pipe diameter. Now, what's important, the main thing here is your drainage coefficient. That needs to be set. Now, that's normally, actually it should be called intensity, and that's normally, like, this is the, because we've got the job set in metric, it's set for asking for millimeters per 24 hours. If you've got a job in feet or survey feet, that'll be in inches per 24 hours. So we've got it set at 9 millimeters per 24 hours. So what's that? About third, probably. That's about equivalent to about 3/8 of an inch per 24 hours. And you just click calculate and set all. Okay, and then cancel. Now, I'll just drag this down a little bit so I can see more of the view. Now, if you run your cursor along here, actually click on pipe 0. So I bring up pipe 0. There are all the laterals running into it. There's a bit more to look at in this one. Now, if we right at the top, and when you run your mouse down, it'll show you in the plan view where you are in plan view, like, so that little cursor there. Yeah, so at the top there, like, the diameter needs like 111 millimeters because there's only one lateral running into it, which is very short. But as we run down, like, we're getting up to max about 357 millimeters. Now, that depended, again, that's calcs before with the intensity of 9 millimeters per 24 hours. If you went that to like 25 or an inch per 24 hours, this value will increase there, and same will the flow and the velocity. So, you can play with that value too. But so if you're running this, you could look at that and say, well, we need a 400 millimeter pipe at the bottom, and we could split it, put a 200 in here, maybe, if we just had 400s and 200s, or there might be a 300 down there. If you look at some of the laterals, let's see, pipe. He needs 75 mils for a lateral here, 75 mils or 3 inches. So you'd probably get away with 100 millimeters for the whole job for that. Now, if you're not sure of this, we've got some other routines in here. There's a pipes menu. If you click on pipes, now I've already pre-filled this with diameters like 100, 150, 300 and 400 with some colour, so you can add another one in here, say 600. In this case, I don't think it'll even be used. and put a description. And these values here, that's the length of the pipe, so 100 metres. I'm only making numbers up here. So say we've got 50 metres, say the 600 only comes in 50 metres, and it's $350 for that. All right, so once we've got the catchment area set and everything, we can get Easy Grade to actually tell us what pipe lengths we use for that, for each size pipe. So here we've got 9,000 metres at 100 millimetres, 700 metres, 150, 124 metres at 400. So click on OK. If you look on this screen, we'll just turn the profile view off. Just hit the X button, or hit that to maximise it. Now if you look at the screen now, you can see the different colours for all the pipes. Let's turn on, if you go to parameters, show the diameters and colours, and we can get a little, again I just hit the middle mouse button there. You can see at the top left, you can see there's no red, so there's no 600 mils, but we've got lots and lots of 100 millimetre pipe, 9 kilometres of it to be exact. So we're sort of happy with that. We can probably turn off some of these things. Let's turn off the catchment area, turn off the tributaries, turn off the contours. The catchment's not turning off at the moment. It's something I need to work on, but that'll be fixed in the next update. So anyway, we're happy with that now. So let's go to, we want to create a report. So under pipes, one other thing to look at, fittings. You can add fittings in there. You have to do that manual at the moment. So you might know that there's 30 pipes that go from, I know, look at here, there's 400, so you've got 5 pipes that go in at 100 to 400 adapter, so you put that in there, and if you know the price is, that's like 10 of them for $70. You can fill all that in. And our PDF report will actually make up a quote for you. So here we need to put a report name in, was browse to, and we're going to call it pipe report.pdf. And go OK. You can put some text in there. Let's look at the quote, then click OK. Right, so it's told us that this report's been created in Documents Easy Grade 4 Pipes Pipe Report. So we'll bring that up. It's actually brought up automatically, which is good. Hopefully this is in the right area. You can see what we've got here. Yeah, but if you scroll down, you can see that we've got a layout for it. We've got a summary of lengths and grades and depths. You know, the 600 hasn't got anything. It's come up with a null number in there. But now we've also got each pipe. So pipe 0, that's the main. It uses a 400, a 300, 150, and they're the respective lengths. And they're our, what's the average depth in it, average grade. And there are minimum maximum velocities. And at the end we've got a quote. And again we can go back to pipes, export. And if you want to create a geologic PLN file for the geologic system, you click on that and just give it a name, and it's created for you, and then you can export it to your job. Hopefully, thanks for listening to this. I hope it wasn't too long-winded for you, but thanks for dropping by.